Yeah. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? We're here live with another episode of In the Corner with the Cornerman, Ryan the Mighty Quinn, and a very special guest, the UFC Light Heavyweight Champion of the world, Glover Teixeira. How you doing, sir?
What's up, Brian? Good, man. Good.
I'm so happy you're on. So, a few things we're going to talk about tonight. I couldn't wait to get you on here. One of the main things I want to bring up is the last time we saw you, you were cornering Alex Pereira in his fight a couple weeks ago at the UFC, and there's an extreme amount of buzz behind him. He's the best Thai boxer, striker, hands down, on the promotion's banner right now. Like I was saying previously, the last time I saw a buzz behind this with a fighter just trying to throw a newcomer against top-ranked opponents was probably Brock Lesnar. I can't remember anyone else doing that. And now, obviously, the main buzz behind him too. He has the knockout against Adesanya in Muay Thai, and everyone just wants to see him. It's constantly being thrown around on social media, names that we're talking about with him. So, how do you feel things are going with him? Does he have a timeline for his next fight?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he had a tough fight, just a little bit, and yeah, I don't know. I think he's taking some time off, just to relax. What, it been a week? Not yet. But the guy likes to fight. He's got to see if he's have an injury or not, and go back right in there. He likes to fight. He wants to stay busy. He wants to keep going.
Yeah. I can't help but thinking about that time when we all hung out at Kramer's house, and I had 3 drinks, and he had to drive me home. And
Yeah,
he's a
yeah,
great guy, man. Great time.
yeah. Can't drive and drink, buddy.
Yeah.
Can't drink and
So
drive, or drive and drink, whatever.
no, yeah, you can't. No drive. No, that's why. Yeah, I Ubered that day on purpose. That's for sure. Um, so um, Now, there's been some matchups thrown around, some names thrown around. I know of a big name that I would like to see him fight, and then I posted something on social media, and it was kind of some buzz behind it too. Actually, I had to take it down on Twitter because I was getting down all these these notifications. I really would like to see him, if not the next fight, the fight after, fight Sean Strickland. I think that's a great fight. I think that's the fights really want to see. And I think it's really going to be a telltale of where both fighters are going in the division. Has there been any names in that ranking area been thrown around with him, or there's no names whatsoever? Are we trying to see what's next?
Yeah, I mean they talk about it, but like they talk about this guy Sean Strickland, but like they talk about a couple other guys. He asked for Jerry Cannonier, but like nah, nothing really, now. But Alex, he's the type of guy that he's ready, man. He's like he's definitely working his ground. He's improving every time. He's like very good at stand up, very good at distance, and just a mature fighter. And I think he's ready to fight Adesanya right now. And if he's the next fight is Sean, then that'll be. And I think it's gonna be a great fight for Alex anyway. But what he wants is to get there and fight. He's the kind of guy that it's almost like me a little bit when I fought starting UFC. I'm already like,
Mhm.
I was ready to fight anyone. I didn't. I was not there to like start learning. I was already there to fight for the title. So I went all the way up. And that's Alex. That's his mentality.
Yeah, actually, now that you say that, you're absolutely right. I think was it your third fight was against Rampage, former world champion? Your third fight under
Yeah,
the banner, anyway. Yeah, so
yeah,
they threw you in
third
there
and
right away.
yeah,
Even even your second fight with Maldonado, I mean, he's been there in there against everybody, that guy. So like that was
yeah,
a freaking tough fight too.
yeah.
Um, one thing I did see with Alex, I was real impressed with. At one point, the opponent went for a takedown. I forget his name right now. But and
Bruno,
Alex, sorry,
Bruno,
yes,
Bruno,
Bruno, yeah.
Bruno.
Alex had a really good sprawl too. Usually, you're a little suspect about these strikers. So clearly, he's working everything. Obviously, you have great wrestling for the bigger guys. You have great wrestling overall, And it's clear that he's working on all the right things, and it's almost good too, in a sense, to get those rounds in. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's good. Like I used to tell the fighters, sometimes it's good just to have to get off the stool. So I think that was a great progression fight. Obviously, that dude Bruno was tough. They both guys well known for their striking. I think the maturation with him going forward, I just think the sky's the limit. I really can't wait to follow his career.
Yeah, no, he's mentality, man. He's he's a fighter. He's enjoying what he's doing. And the fight with Bruno was good. It was a tough fight. Was a fight to. He fought a tremendous. I think Bruno for sure is tougher than Sean Strickland, and in my opinion, just the
I
way the striking hits very hard, and even there, a guy that that's only striker going for takedown against Alex, you see like he never really went for takedown anybody, and his fights. He's kind of tried to throw guys around because the guys is grabbing him, but like not really going for takedown. And he did with Alex because the pressure that you have, stand up. He's very good stand up. So no matter how good you are, you're gonna try to shoot because it's one of those things you think like shit. I gotta take this guy down because stand up is rough.
Yeah, I just had a conversation with Robbie Lawler about this the other day on the flip side. I remember when Robbie got better with his takedown defense. I remember I got so tired trying to spar him at times. I'm like, man, he's going to make me try to beat him with my hands. And that's not something I really wanted to do. And it's almost on the flip side. You got Bruno, who's a great striker, known for his striking. He was trying to get outside his comfort zone because he just couldn't win in his comfort zone. That's saying a lot about a fighter. That's saying a lot in any level. And I do agree with you. Bruno's athleticism is through the roof. His striking is through the roof. He might be a tougher fight than Sean Strickland. So, all right, I'm glad we got to talk about that. Now, I wanted to talk about you a little bit. I had the privilege of seeing you and knowing your story firsthand from the last 10 years. And I remember when you won the belt, I remember I was sitting next to Robbie on the couch. And I remember, opponent tapped and we just stood up and Robbie's usually very cool, but even Robbie was it was so awesome, man. And just everything just came together. It was amazing. We're all texting each other, we're all getting involved. Now, the public knows your story, what happened. You fought John Jones, you had win losses, you came back up, you won the belt. But I want you to tell some of the stuff that you used to tell me when I was coming through. Particularly Ryan, you got to learn to enjoy yourself a little more. Ryan, just be ready to persevere. Just things like that. Things you would tell the younger fighters around you. That's another thing I want people to know about you is how supportive you are of the up and comers and stuff like that. It's not just who's bettering you. You want to better everyone around you. And that's some of the stuff like outside the gym. I know like the cups of coffee we had, stuff like that. That's stuff that's added to my career and so many others. One story in particular that you told me that I want to talk about is something that always stuck with you. About with Lou Ferrigno, who was always second to Arnold, to sum it up, in the Mr. Olympia contest, was asked one time, what would you do differently? And I'm going to let you take over from there because it's your story that you told me.
Oh yeah, it's Pump and Iron. Then they make 25 years later. They make up a Pump and Iron, and they asked Lou Ferrigno, "What do you do different if to beat Arnold?" He said, "I wouldn't beat Arnold. That day was Arnold was best. And what I would do different is enjoy my time a little more, not being like afraid or nervous. Enjoy the time that I was there." And then I take my whole I watched that show, and I think I told you about the story like years ago. Like what? When I was training for John Jones or something,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Eight years
2014,
ago.
7, 8 years ago. It's about you can't change the outcome. You can't change it now. For example, for my fight, right? For my next fight, I'm fighting June, so I can focus and do the best that I can for the June 11. but I can't change the results that week. It's done. So what I have to do is enjoy, man. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the thing, enjoy what I my life, enjoy what I'm doing right now, and because the outcome is not up to me, you know. In the way it is, but the reality is like the outcome of the fight. You know, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna do my best, but
Yeah.
is no tomorrow. You know, nobody is like you know uh prepare for tomorrow. There's no tomorrow. It's nothing is guaranteed. You know, in the future. So that thing about worry about the week of the fight, that happens with me in this fight with believe it or not. With I was not even thinking about the story, but it stick to me. You know, the fight with for the title with
Mhm.
Jan. So I was just like so calm, so relaxed, so enjoying the moment, and the fight was just, you know, beautiful
Yeah.
because you just spend the energy. And 25 years later, 30 years later, people ask you, like, what do you do different? The only thing you would do different is to enjoy more of the time. And if you ask me that question right now, how I can answer you there, you know, because that time that I was stuck in Brazil for the visa, 3 years back in Brazil, if you ask me right now, what do you would you do different to nothing, because the way it was the what was it? You know, the immigration law is very slow, and what I would do different is enjoy those 3 years that was there more than I did. I in a way, but I was training a lot, but I was in a way frustrating because I was like the time was going, and I was like, man, I'm losing my prime here in Brazil, and I should be fighting UFC this and that. So all the thoughts coming, but then again, if you ask today what I would change there. I would change like not worry. And
Mhm.
that goes, man, for life, you know, not worry about it. What's coming to you. Just do your best today and definitely not worry about it tomorrow.
Yeah. No, I love it, and it's unfortunately that's something I've only learned fairly recently to do, and it's something that it would have helped me, but you know what? For the sake of what you're saying, I'm not going to worry that I was worrying too much. um, and I think that a lot of people could take from that. Like it's a great career. It's a lot of fun, and that's exactly I think what you're getting at. Um, so I was actually thinking too. I'm like, you know what I think that you should do. I know that you're a serious landscaper too. I don't think a lot of people know that. But I know you enjoy that too. But I think that after fighting, you need to come out with your own barbecue cookbook because people don't really realize, people don't know about how good you are on the grill. I know you say it's just salt, but there's something else in there that I can't put my finger on. Uh,
Gotta put is the timing there, you know. You gotta timing, man.
Diamond.
Timing, and pay attention, you know, to the meat. That's the right time, because it's not how much. It depends on both, right? How you put it, how you season it, and how you timing. You know, the
Mhm.
steak. I'm not. I don't consider myself. You know, I just eat a good barbecue, medium rare. You know, you know, juicy meat. You know, but like. In fact, we have some steak over here, some New York steak over here. We're gonna eat in a little bit, man.
Nice, nice. Whenever we're having barbecues, uh, Glover's just in. Not needing. It's not even. I don't even want to say you're in the zone because when people are in the zone, they think, but you're just so in your place, just cutting it up, seasoning it, and like you just like enjoy doing it. Like it's great. Like we just have so much fun when you're down. We totally take advantage of that. But that's honestly that man, that's really all I really wanted to say. I wanted to talk about stuff with Alex, stuff with you. I mean, I wanted to be able to show people just a little bit more to the great story that you're putting together. And is there any sponsors or anyone you'd like to shout out right now that we could talk about that's helped you through?
Man, just want to thank like all the my gym people, sponsors is right now is like Venom. You know, they doing a good job, and all the people there like my sponsor Manguinhos. You know, we call he fit right now. That's the one of my biggest sponsors. They helped me at the beginning of my career a lot. So those are they make the most difference. And I really appreciate that, and I'm really grateful for them, and the whole gym, man. The gym is doing really good, and I'm so
Great.
happy with everybody. I am, Ryan, 42 years old, going on 43. Last maybe one more year. This, thinking about it, and I'm looking forward with excitement for the next chapter too, like being coach and showing my things for the next generation.
Yeah, coaching is a lot of fun, man. I really, when I was doing, I had a great time doing it. It's really like, it's just you just when you see these, I call them the kids, but they're not kids. They're early 20s. Like when you would see them, like I remember there was this one kid. He had no head movement, and then he was just, coach, how do I do it? And he was for months, months, months. And then one time he's sparring, and I see him slip 3-2, and I went, like a proud dad. Like it
Yeah,
was just, it's the
yeah,
best. And it really is so much fun. Just especially when the whole program comes together. And the other cool thing I felt about coaching was whenever we had a couple guys on one card and then just 20 of the team members come to support them and they're going crazy for them. It's really like, wow, like this is kind of
yeah,
a culture that I put in place.
yeah.
And you're going to be well, you are an awesome coach. You're already, like you said, the gym. The gym's in, is it Danbury or Bethel? I know it's on the border.
Beto, yeah,
It's
Beto,
in Bethel.
Connecticut, yeah,
Teixeira MMA. Check it out if you're in the New England area. All right.
yeah,
Tell them Quinn sent you.
yeah.
All right. That's all we got. Thank you so much, champ. I'll be seeing you soon.
All right, Queen, thank you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.